And welcome back to Tropico. In our last episode, we were wondering when we were going to get hit by another disaster. You know, like my CPU fan suddenly ramping way up. I guess that's supposed to be there. Yes, when I get finished, I'm going to have to go through and check the hardware monitor stats just to see how hot everything is running. I went with the, well, as I said in the last episode, I have a new processor. So, new processor, new fan because of new heat. But I went with the standard thermal paste application on the heatsink because it was an interesting, the whole cold plate on the heatsink was had these little dots of thermal paste on it. Now normally I just put the big pea-sized blob on the center of the CPU and then clamp the thing down.
Democracy is knocking on the door of El Presidente as the people of Tropico are demanding elections in the upcoming year. Will this be the end of El Presidente's tyrannical regime? Let the voice of the people be heard. We shall not fail. Adelante, compañero.
So anyways, I thought I'd let it go ahead and use that. And I'm not sure if maybe I should have just wiped all that old stuff off and put an actual glob of thermal paste on it. But we'll see, because this is actually the first time I've really used it since I've installed the new processor. I'm waiting for Amazon to put up a real nice deal on a ITX B450 board. They actually had a deal. It wasn't a great deal, but it was a deal. But I didn't really want to spend the money on it just now. And I do have a nice little Thermaltake cube case for a ITX motherboard, which right now has a Core i7 3770 in it, which is not near, I don't believe is nearly as fast as my Ryzen 5 5600X, so it would be an improvement. And I don't know, maybe I would put that in another computer and try to sell it. I have a number of machines that I am looking to sell. Probably just going to put them up on Marketplace. But with them all being older processors, I'm not sure I want to put them out there with Windows 10 on them. I mean, yes, they run Windows 11 just fine. I have no right whatsoever to put Windows 11 on them. And I only have the right to put Windows 10 on them because they all have, or at one time had, Windows 7 stickers on them, and I can always use the argument that I upgraded. Because there was a time I had upgraded a whole boatload of Windows 7 machines to Windows 10. So there's that. But with Windows 10 expiring this fall, I was thinking it might be a good idea. I mean, these things, they run Windows 11 more or less fine, but I'm thinking a really, maybe the better idea for most people would be to put Chrome OS Flex on them. Basically turn them into Chrome boxes. Because, you know, I was talking to one guy in a comment section of a different video, and he was saying, well, Chromebooks are just old and slow and all that. And it's like, yeah, well, try running Chrome on a Core i3. Try running it on a or i5 even. Try running it on a 4-core processor. You'll be surprised at how much better it runs. And to be honest with you, with so many kids using Chromebooks at school, and I mean, let's face it, how many people do you know that just use a web browser, they watch YouTube, and they maybe check mail? And if you've got a Gmail account, you log into Chrome OS with your Gmail account, and you're done. But of course, that means Google knows everything about you, and I'm not a huge fan of that, but I'm more of a fan of Google knowing everything about you than I am about Microsoft turning millions of computers into e-waste, because reasons. Now, granted, I don't think a Chromebook or a Chromebox would run this. But for things like that, I'm waiting for
Greetings, Tropico. I would like to focus your attention on a dangerous trend that is lurking on our island. Happiness. It has been proven time and time again that happy people are lazier and less likely to revolt while they are happy. Our perpetual revolution is in peril. Please stop this foolishness at once and return to the joyous, miserable Tropican lifestyle at once.
Oh, poor thing. But yeah, I'm still waiting for Steam to come out with a good, solid Steam OS. So you do-it-yourself Steam machines. Biggest problem I have is I've got the 2 Ryzen processors, and will eventually have 2 Ryzen machines, but both of these machines will be new enough to just run Windows 11 on it and be done with it. I don't have, I go from the nice new Ryzens to old Athlons, which I don't think are going to be a good choice for a Steam Deck. And also, I am not exactly swimming in AMD video cards, because apparently SteamOS works better with AMD video cards. Oh, blimey. Alright, we're going to... I'll tell you what, let's just... Well, maybe we won't. What's this? So that's 6 families. Okay, I'll still get more if I build another apartment block here. Let's kind of face it that way. Okay, good. But like I was saying, I don't. I have the RX 6600 that is currently running in the machine you're watching the work of my RX 6600. And then I've got an RX 570.
This is TNT, and their population in Tropico has reached a staggering number of 500. Is it just me, or is it getting a little crowded in here?
But then there's the RX 570. And then you go down to a HD 7970. It only has 1 gigabyte of VRAM in it. So I think I've got 7570s with, no, it's a 7550 that has that much, maybe more. So it's just, I got a couple of GTX 1030s, which again are not really an improvement over the other ones. I think they are probably a little faster than, well, I know they're faster than the 7550s. I don't know how they compare to the, they've got to do better. They've got at least 2 gig of RAM in them, so they got to do better than the 7790. That's what it was. Did I say 7970? 7970 would actually be a better choice, but I have the 7790. I have the best of the 7700s, not the second best 7900. So, oh wow, yeah, that's good. But I got the 1030s. I got 2 of them. I've got a Quadro T400. If you've never heard of that, that's no surprise. It was an obscure little card. I bought it because it said it's got 4 gigabytes of memory in it. It only had 2. But it was during the...
This is Betty Boom, the voice of reason in these unreasonable times. For any critics and Juanitos who claim I'm all about conspiracy theories and political bashing,
Oh,
now is
jeez.
the time to hide in shame, sucker. I have solid proof that El Presidente has filled his pockets once again, at our expense. Can you imagine? This shameless reprobate calls his secret Swiss bank account my cookie jar? Open your eyes, slaves of the system, and stop feeding a Presidente's piggy bank.
I don't know. People seem pretty happy despite me feeding my piggy bank. Oh well. But anyway, I've got a, what else do I have left? I got a GTX 1050 that my not son-in-law gave me. He's not my son-in-law because the one time he asked, my daughter said no. They live in the capital. He sells cell phones. At least he seems to be happy selling cell phones, so I'm not going to complain too much. They seem to enjoy their life with their frogs and the bird on the porch. All of which I couldn't care less about. You ever see she's having a baby? Yeah, see, I'm like the one father who, it's like, where are the grandkids? I have to put a picture of my wife on my desk because I don't have any grandkids. So, I'm never going to have grandkids. Because my daughter is... Yeah, she's 30. My daughter is 30. And I don't think she's ever going to get pregnant, so there's never going to be any kids.
According to our sources, we're suddenly filthy rich and our treasury keeps growing bigger and fatter. If this is so, why do I still feel as poor and miserable as before? Yes, some numbers tell me that I should be happy and content, but I still can't find enough cash to pay for that red Che Guevara t-shirt I saw at the store.
Well, why would you want a Che Guevara t-shirt? I mean, really. See, there's some things I could add, I guess. think I put a zoo up here. One time I played this game someplace else. I don't know why this spot here is so green. I really don't. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to install a zoo. Nothing else. The kids will love it. Kids can all take a field trip to the zoo. Ah, well. All right. Actually, what I'm waiting for is, I'm waiting for it to pop up and tell me, you know, do you want to cheat? Because, of course, I don't want to cheat. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to make everybody happy temporarily. Actually, it would probably be better to just bump their pay up some more. Oh, gee. I'll tell you what, we're going to, build another condo. Kind of in this area here. I know he's not going to live in the condo, but maybe somebody will bail out of an apartment. Or one of these cheap little houses. That's an interesting question. Could I put a house in here? Apparently not in the slightest. Not a bit. Okay. Well. So where else? Got anybody else hiding out? Okay. Weird noises coming from downstairs. It worries me. Okay, so we got the one school there, one school there, one school here. There's not really a place to put a school yet, but we've got another school here. So we have some schools. What was this again? 12? Yeah. So, how many kids have we got? 160 kids. Wow. That's a large chunk of it, isn't it? But strangely enough, we don't have a lot of people in high school. Or in the college. Ah, we have a zoo. Almost done. I mean, the zoo is kind of cute. And if nothing else, you get all the animals and then some. See, we've got a aviary here for the birds. We have some camels, which don't normally appear on the island. And elephants, which also don't, but these little critters you will sometimes find. I guess those are tigers? Or maybe these are tigers. Zebras? I'm not sure if there's zebras running loose on the island or not. I I think you may see these sometimes. Oh wow. Alright, it probably is going to end up being a waste of money and the like, but such is the way of things. Why? Okay, I'm sure there's jobs you people could take. There's nobody at this pub. Oh, well. Ah, this was what I was waiting for. Where did it go? Is it here? Here we go. Oh, I can't afford it now. Well, it was a nice thought anyway. The two girls working here. Alright, let me look at this again. Okay, we are genuinely getting filled up here, aren't we? Okay, alrighty then.
The heated presidential battle has concluded. The ballots are counted and the results are in. Our new president is the good old El Presidente. May our leader continue to work for the good of Tropico for many years to come.
Okay, so I'm going to have to, well, I mean, it's not actually going to be difficult because if there's one thing we can always use is farms. Because food. So we're going to corn farm, banana farm, okay, put a farm there, and just for the purposes of housing, we will throw an apartment block up here. Okay, so we'll get that going. Maybe for the we'll just put a house there for those two people to live in. All right, but on that note, I think now we got enough. Alright, so like I said, on that note, we will call this an episode. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and we'll see you in the next episode. Adios.